FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And guys, in this video, I want to talk about something that I believe is going to help a lot of people out in this channel or just around the trading community. And that is essentially consistently profitable trader. How do you become a consistently profitable trader? So let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm going to break down 7 points that I believe helped me tremendously become a consistently profitable trader. So let's get right into it, guys, and let's talk about this. So becoming a profitable trader. So there's a couple things looking back at my trading career of what has allowed me to be consistent, number one, and two, be profitable, because those are two different things. You could be consistent, but if you have a bad strategy, you're going to be consistently losing. Right. So what are the key points to being a consistent, profitable trader? How do we do that? Well, for me, it all started with this. A profitable trader has a complete strategy. Not a half strategy, but a complete strategy. That's the first thing that you need. Because if you don't have a strategy, what are we trading? How are you trading? Okay, so a complete strategy has to have the strategy itself. What are we doing? How are we doing it? What are we risking? What is our entry? What is our exit? What are we doing in this situation? What are we doing in that situation? Because trading every day, looking at the markets every day, you're going to run to different scenarios every single day. So your strategy has to be complete, and you have to have different avenues depending on the market conditions that you're trading in. The second thing, the strategy is going to provide a system for you to follow. So if you don't have a strategy, you don't have a system in place that you can continuously follow over and over and over again. So the strategy itself is going to allow that trader to follow a system. Now, the important part is that strategy has to work, right? It has to be a strategy that has been back tested and that works. Because if you know that the strategy works, then you're going to follow. Why would you not follow a strategy that works? So the third thing, when you have a system in place to follow, you will be a consistent trader. How are you going to be a consistent trader? Well, because you're following the system that you have in place. As long as you're following the same system over and over and over again, you're going to be consistent, all right? So very important. This is why the strategy and the system that you have in place are going to be the two main points of becoming consistent and number two, profitable. The fourth is the system that you use must be simple to follow and understand. You can't have a strategy or a system in place that's hard to follow or understand what you're going to do. Because as soon as something comes up that you don't understand, this is when you stop following the system that you have in place. When you stop following the system that you have in place, now you're going to fall off and not be consistent. So please make sure that your system, whatever strategy you're using, that it's simple to follow, it's simple for you to understand. Next, a profitable trader understands the difference between confidence and arrogance. Guys, there's going to be times when you're on a winning streak, right? What happens every single time that we retail traders get on a winning streak? How much more confidence do you have when you're on a winning streak compared to when you're in a losing streak? When you're in a winning streak, you rarely question yourself because you are that much more confident. Some retail traders, though, turn that confidence into arrogance. And so what ends up happening is you start to get 5 or 6 wins, and then on the seventh trade that you put in, you're going bigger on your lot size. You're taking more risk, right? And that's the arrogance part kicking in, because you think that you're never going to be wrong now. You think that you are going to be perfect because you've had 6, 7 wins in a row. Whenever you do that and arrogance kicks in, that's when you have the loss. And the loss comes at the worst possible time, because the loss comes when you're risking the most. And all of those wins that you just did got flushed out by one single bad trade, because you didn't know the difference between confidence and arrogance. Profitable traders are consistently collecting and reviewing their trading data. If you're not doing this right now, this is the one thing that could change everything about your trading. If you're not collecting and reviewing your trading data, you're missing out hugely. If you're not reviewing your data at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the trading day, at some point, how are you ever going to learn from your mistakes? How are you ever going to identify your mistakes? So imagine you're collecting your data, you're reviewing your data, and you're constantly, as you're reviewing, you're seeing things that you did wrong during that trade, or during the three trade losing streak or whatnots. And so from those losses, or from that data that you gathered, you can start to identify trends that you're doing that you didn't even know you were doing. But if you don't collect the data, you're not going to know that you're making these mistakes mentally. You're not going to know what you're doing wrong to fix it. And so what ends up happening is you become very frustrated with trading. You become very frustrated with the system or the strategy. And what ends up happening after that, you start to look elsewhere, or you start to look for other strategies. You start to look for new shiny things. And so you end up in this deep cycle of, you go from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy. You go on a strategy tour, basically. And so what ends up happening is you start to learn multiple strategies, and then somehow you have the bright idea to try to put all those strategies together and trade it as one. And what do you think is going to happen when you do that? So very important, collecting and reviewing your trading data. Lastly, profitable traders have mastered the ability to control their emotions. Profitable traders have mastered the ability to control their emotions. So what does this mean? It means that you're able to turn on and turn off your computer. Whenever you have something happen, right? Whenever you have a loss, or you have a losing streak or something, you know exactly what you need to do to get it under control. Either, let's say, stop trading or go for a walk, do something. But you have the ability to control your emotions and not do stupid things like revenge trade, or continue to trade, but you continue to trade higher lot size because you're trying to gain money back that you lost. So to be consistent and profitable, you got to master the ability to control your emotions. This is essentially trading psychology, is what that is. All right? So all of these things together, guys, looking back at the 11, 12 years now of trading that I've done, these are the things I believe have allowed me to be consistent and profitable as a trader. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this particular video. I hope you got some value from it, guys. If you need any more help, come join us in our next masterclass that we're doing, I believe, next week. All the details are in the description. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your trading week. Guys, if you enjoy the content that we produce on this channel, if you find value in that content, please consider joining us in our next FXN Masterclass. You can see the date that our next class will be held. All of the information is linked below in the description of this video. We hope to see you in the next masterclass so we can help you reach all of your trading goals, guys. Have a great rest of your day.